Welcome to Kelley's Korner. Come on in the room, come on in the room. And thank you for coming into Kelley's Korner today. Today I have a special guest with me, my daughter Christiana. And we're going to talk about God's supernatural blessings of us coming down to Georgia in the word the Lord gave me to move to Alpharetta. When he gave me that word, it was not without some tests and trials. Because when we were moving, it was my last day of work as a field supervisor in Chicago, working as a field supervisor for a summer food program where we feed the hungry children lunch and dinner. And I was over 6 locations, had over 25 employees, and I had to work that day, the day we were moving. So as the children was loading up the truck, as when I was working, and my friend Rachel, shout out to Rachel, love you, girl. She came to spend a couple of nights with me, so she would be driving my van that I had, and I would drive the truck down to Georgia. But again, on that day,
we were packing up the truck,
yeah,
and somebody came in and stole an iPad and Rachel's phone. But after that, I don't really remember much, but we were on our way.
Well, we had to file a police report.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, so me and Rachel filed a police report, and we took it over to the office before we, because we had to turn in the keys and everything.
Did anything ever happen?
No.
No?
No.
Well, obviously, because we didn't get money or nothing.
No, they said that the cameras was not working, so they didn't have a witness, which they assured us all the cameras was working in the building, but they lied. Anyway, so they lied to us. And so we on the road, and thank the Lord that my friends threw us a going away party, and they blessed us with some funds. So I had some cash, and thank the Lord we had that cash, because my credit card, and Rachel's credit card was it was
Locked?
It was locked because
they couldn't recognize those charges or something, like going across states.
No, that wasn't that.
That
no.
wasn't that?
No, they couldn't. They had to lock it because it was charges that I didn't do. I had to report it. So then, when we did get down to Georgia, we neither one of us could use our credit cards, and so I had to call the bank to tell them what happened. That someone, because we didn't have a password on the iPad, so my banking information was on the iPad, and then yes, ma'am.
What did you find on the iPad?
My banking information. I downloaded the app on.
You did? Oh, I don't remember. There's so many things I don't remember.
Yeah, I had the banking app on the iPad, and we didn't put a lock on it, even though, y'all, my children did tell me we should put a password on the iPad, but because I still have issues with memory, we didn't do it anyway. So we get down, we finally make it to Georgia. Again, I didn't know where we were going to go. I was just moving by faith on the word that God told me, the word Alpharetta. And I found out that Alpharetta was one of the most expensive places to live in Georgia.
Yes.
And I had no clue what I was going to do. Didn't have a job, didn't have, well, let me back up because I was looking for a job here um, in Georgia while I was still in Illinois. So um, I was doing um,
When you first
care
moved here.
caregiving.
Yeah, home health care.
Yes, I was doing, but I did it in Illinois too.
Yeah,
So
but you restarted again
yes,
here,
so I restarted doing caregiving when
which
I,
brought on a lot of blessings actually.
yep, that's where I met some amazing people that had been such a amazing blessing in our life. Um, so what was I saying?
Well, when we moved here, there wasn't a plan of where to go.
Oh yeah, so I didn't have a plan. I did try to get housing for us. So I submitted some paperwork through a company for a townhome, and they approved me. And then I think as we were driving down here, they contacted me and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We based your income on your income from Illinois and not Georgia, because here in Georgia you have to make three times as much, three times
The rent,
the rent,
which is
or
crazy, which is crazy.
yeah.
I
So
don't get that.
that left us not knowing where to go. So we went to a hotel. We stopped by a hotel with our truck. I had to
We have to get one of those storage.
storage unit. And I'm like, God, God, God. I cried. Y'all, I cried. I screamed. I hollered. We had to stop because I had to boo-hoo cry and say, Lord, now you told me to come down here. And did I come down here for me and my children to be homeless? And so,
But that happened after I think the first night. So we got to the hotel, and that's when you guys found out that your cards didn't work.
yeah,
So we honestly were like, are we sleeping in the car? What are we doing? But through all like the chaos in the hotel, like in the, what is that called? The front area,
the reception.
reception area. Um, there was a guy that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking, and I'm just like, this man. I think this man's gonna help us.
She sure did. She came over and said, because again our cards were locked, my card was locked, Rachel's card was locked, and of course my children still young, they didn't have cards. Oh, maybe they
Wait, we
did.
did.
Y'all
We
had
did
care.
have cards.
Yeah, they had, but
Not
probably
enough
not enough for
for a
a
hotel.
hotel.
No.
um so, and basically because we on the road, I spent most of the cash getting gas and snacks and stuff. So I had in my head, okay, so if we go to a hotel, I'll just put the the charges on my card, and again I couldn't use my card. So my daughter came to me and saw and said that, Mom, that man right there gonna help us.
Yeah, there was this man. He was he was like, I don't remember what he looked like. He was like a mineral skinned like black man, and he was just walking past, and I was like, hmm. I honestly, he looked like someone who would help, and that's all I felt like in my heart, cause I'm just like, I felt like I was already getting taken care of when he looked at us. I'm like, okay. And then he ended up saying like, "Hey, I have a room. I think because His
some
family didn't come or
no,
something.
it was an emergency in the family, and
Really?
he had to leave. Yeah,
Oh,
they had to leave, and he said, "I had this room; it's already paid for, and you all can stay there." It was for 2 days, and
right.
then he called the hotel after the 2 days, and he's like, "Do you need to stay extra time?" And so I think we stayed there 2 more days, and he's like, I got this." And he just prayed for me. He
He
called the
did?
yeah when he called the room.
He did?
Yes, that because I told him what happened, and he prayed and asked God to intervene on our behalf. And so we stayed there a couple of more days, and I still wasn't well. I got a call from the
Apartment?
no, the job, help at home,
Oh,
help instead, home instead.
home and
I worked at help at home in Chicago, and they told me that to come in the next day
for
uh,
interview?
for my personal interview. I already had an interview over the phone in Illinois, because I submitted all my CNA stuff and all the stuff that I did in
Was
my
that
resume.
while we were at the hotel, or was that when we moved to the extended stay?
So when we moved to the extended stay, I went there as we were still at the Hyatt when I got the call to come in for my initial interview. But um we did have to go to extended stay because we were homeless. We went to extended stay, and my friend from Illinois helped us for about 2 weeks or so, or was it a month?
I don't think it was a month, but maybe 2 or 3 weeks we were there because I remember me and Emmanuel had to
To go
start
to school,
school.
yeah. So the bus would come pick up the children from school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christiana was starting high school, and Emmanuel was starting
Senior.
his senior year in school. And I was feeling like, oh my God, I messed these kids up because school had already started like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
It starts early in Georgia.
yeah, then school starts in September in Illinois, and school started here in Georgia
Early August.
early August. Yep. It was like the 3rd or the 5th. And it was already we moved down here we got down here on we left on the 28th, which is my birthday of 2015, and got down here on the 29th. And so they basically missed a whole month of school, but thank God they caught up, and they were excelling. It was difficult for them. It was difficult for me because I couldn't start work as soon as I wanted to, because I was waiting for my driving record, for Chicago to send my driving record down here, which took 2 weeks. And so I could not start my job until they verified my driving record from Illinois. And I was like, again, boohoo crying. And all I had to go on was the promise of God that, Lord, you told me to move down here. I heard you speak this word, Alpharetta. And Alpharetta meant he who wins in victory. And of course, Alpha meaning new beginnings, of the beginning. And so we were coming down here just on a word. And I look back, and it's some things that I probably could have done differently, but it was just the grace and favor of God that brought us down here, that allowed us to stay in the area that he spoke in 2015. Now, I'm still believing God for our miracle, and I'm letting go of Alpharetta, but um, because not God doesn't he doesn't change his mind, but things
New
change.
season.
It's a new season. It's a new time, and through it all, God has kept us. God has taken care of us. God has provided for us. God, again, as I was working as a caregiver and also doing hospice care, I met some amazing people that continually bless us even till this day. And I had to stop my caregiving job in 2018, I believe. Yeah, because
Maybe 17. Because you were at your next job for a while, weren't you?
well, I had to start back doing live ops. So yeah, 2000, I think, yeah, 2017.
Oh no, I think it was 16. 16. Because I turned 16 at Miss Lynn's house. I remember. It was 2016. And then you did a few, was it like, um, what are they? You said those types of companies that,
A temporary agency,
yeah, temporary agency.
office team,
Yeah.
Robert Half, yeah.
You did that for a little bit. And then you got your your long term job.
And then I got hired at PBD. Yep, 2017. I got hired at PBD worldwide as a customer service rep, and then I got promoted to the senior customer service rep. And that was amazing time. Even there too, it was a stressful job, but God favored me also there. So these are just a little story. Me and my daughter was just sitting up here talking, and I said, let's just do a podcast on. Come on my podcast. I haven't did it in a while, so um, come on and share how God um gave you the unction, even though she's prophetic, but she'll, these young people, they don't. She is very prophetic. Do you embrace that you're prophetic, Christiana?
As I've gotten older, I've gotten more stressed about things. I feel like the Lord has allowed me to see certain things just so, or like know certain things so that when it comes to it, that maybe I just won't like crash out. I won't crumble,
Mm-hmm.
crack as a person. I mean, sometimes it doesn't feel good to have certain discernment
Mm-hmm.
because you can't control people's free will. But in the situations where I just feel like something good's gonna happen, or like we're gonna be taken care of, even though our situation is just not, it's not the best, I'm able to feel ease a lot of the time
Mm-hmm.
when it,
That peace. Yeah.
yeah.
Shalom, 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 shalom.
Though I do get stressed a lot, I do, but it's in certain moments where I'm just like, oh, I feel something in the future that something's gonna happen. I don't know when, but I'm
Mm.
looking forward to those blessings. Every day I wake up is a blessing, but I do feel like something great is gonna happen for us.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Um, I think we were able to see you come back from COVID.
Hmm.
That's a blessing. That's one of the greatest blessings. I think I knew you would get out of that situation. You probably didn't know, but I did know that you would come back, but it was still scary.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I do acknowledge that it's a God given gift, though it don't feel good all the time. But it's nice that in those moments you just feel peace.
Yeah, so what she was talking about, it, as I mentioned earlier in some of my earlier podcasts in 2021, I um I had COVID and I was um intubated and they called you guys, called my children, to tell them that I probably wouldn't make it. Um, what did they say? Um,
I don't really want to talk about it
okay,
again.
she don't want to talk about it, but it was a grave situation. I'll say that. But when I came through it, all the doctors and nurses said they never saw anyone turn around like I did.
And I'm sure they didn't because COVID was relatively new.
Yeah. And so after I got out, I had to see all these different specialists every time I went. And she was a testimony, a testament to witness doctor saying, "Oh, you're the miracle lady." Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but I don't remember a lot of stuff from the last few years.
Yeah. So every time I went to the specialist, they told me, "You're the miracle lady." But we just wanted to come on here and talk about the blessings of the Lord, supernatural blessings. Believe God, and your blessings can come through unexpected people
Mhm.
and places. So we've been blessed to be here, going on, um, what, 10 years now? It'll
Is
be
it?
t- it'll be 10 years
It'll be 10 years next.
next month. 10 years next month.
No, next year.
No, next month.
It's 2024.
Oh.
You said next month. Oh, it is July, isn't it? It's July.
Yes. Next month is August, my birthday month. But we thank you guys for joining in today with our little banter today. I just wanted to put something out there that could be encouraging to someone because we going through it, but we're going through. We're gonna come out, and we're gonna come out with guaranteed victory because that's what's been promised to us. So thank you for coming in to Kelley's Korner today. I appreciate your listening ears. You all be blessed. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Or any questions, come and talk with us.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming in the room. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.